Hey everyone, and welcome to today's video. I'll be going through with you my favorites and a fail for the month of April, so let's get into it. I do have one fail, so let's start with that. The fail is from a brand that I've really enjoyed products from, but this is from Beekman 1802, and this is their Milk Primer, SPF 35 sunscreen primer. I think it's actually separates really fast. It shouldn't be expired yet. No, it says 2024, but it has completely separated. Now it does have a little kind of thing inside, and you can shake it and it'll get back to its original consistency. But this looks really ashy on me. I do think there is a white cast. I'm pretty pale and I can tell that it makes my skin look ashier. So I would assume if you have a deeper skin tone than me, it would definitely show up. And I've used quite a bit of this. I've tried to make it work, but it looks kind of grainy or like sandy dry on my face. I'm not sure how to better describe it. It's just not a good primer for dry skin. Now, if you have oily skin, you might actually really like this because it does feel drying on the skin. However, the white cast issue would still be there. So that's something to consider. But to me, this was totally not worth the price, and this is not an inexpensive primer. Half of this bottle is also just the glass. It makes it really heavy, but there's less product in this. So personally, I don't think it's worth the price. It came with this cute little bag. I've been storing it here, but yeah, the formula is just not for me. The kind of not worth it product is from Smashbox and Becca. So Smashbox acquired Becca and then has some of Becca's products available. So this is their under eye brightening corrector in the shade Fairlight. And here is the swatch of it. So the product itself, like the color wise, I think it is a good shade for fair to light skin, but I can't get this to work on the inner corner where I want it the most. It just looks thick, and when I apply the tiniest bit to kind of combat that thickness, then I don't get the color correcting on it. So I really can't put anything on top of this. It looks cakey and thick on my inner corners. It might be different underneath your eyes. I don't really need color correcting there. I just need it mostly on the inner corners, and for that purpose, this is just too thick. Now I can make it work if I'm not wearing any other makeup, because if I don't apply anything on top, I just have to press it in the skin really well for it to not look so thick. But any makeup on top of it, it looks cakey. Now, I am curious if you're using this underneath your eyes and you love it, let us know in the comment section. Maybe it's just a user error. That's why I don't think this is a complete fail. It's just not working for me. Now, the rest of the products are favorites, and some of them are pretty surprising favorites. I'll start with one that's not as exciting, but it is really good. So this is from Sephora's house brand Colorful Metal Effect Single Eyeshadow in the shade 05 Meteor. And this is really beautiful. It's like a really beautiful formula. If you can see, it's really metallic, it's really pigmented. This is just one quick swipe of it, and it just looks so good. It's a cream formula, but it's not too creamy. I can easily apply this for a one and done eye look. I've been really impressed. I'll have to see what other shades Sephora has. I know I shouldn't probably purchase a single eyeshadows, but after using this one, I think the formula is just so good, I'll have to make an exception. At number 7, I have from Maybelline their Lifter Gloss, and this is more like the formula favorite. It is a gloss with hyaluronic acid, and this one is in the shade 006 Reef. And the reason why this is rather low in my favorites, but still a favorite, is because I love the formula. This is so pigmented yet moisturizing. Looks great on the lips. Removes every sort of line you might have. I think it smooths out the lips. It looks just so good. I'm not sure if the shade Reef is for me though. I think this is a little bit too light of a shade for me personally, but that's just a personal thing. That's why I wanted to add it, because the formula is so good. I'm gonna get a deeper shade of this that I personally prefer. I mean, this is a beautiful shade, don't get me wrong. It's just a personal preference, but the formula is really good. If you have drier lips that kind of look like they're the Grand Canyon or something, give this one a try. It's so moisturizing and it definitely looks good on the lips. At number 6, I have a surprise product, at least surprising to me. This is from Gold Bond, not a brand I typically gravitate towards. This is their Age Renew Crep Corrector Body Lotion. It has omega fatty acids, antioxidants, and botanicals. And I will say this works. So I have really dry skin, and recently around my neck, it has looked a little crepey, partially because of the dryness. And this really has helped. This is super inexpensive. I've spent too much money on products that don't perform as well as this. If you have crepiness around the neck or maybe on the chest too, I could see this really working there as well. Give this one a try. Absolutely worth it. It was like $11 on Amazon or something. Ridiculously low price for the amount of product you get and how well it works. The next product probably comes as zero surprise to anyone who's been watching me on YouTube or Instagram. This is from Essence, and this is their Pure Nude Baked Blush. And this one is in the shade Pink Flush. And this shade is so beautiful. It's this lovely pink. I have this in the shade Goldie Cassis as well, which is more of a cool toned, almost like a purple shade that just looks so beautiful on the skin. This is the same lovely formula, just in a pink shade. I've been thinking of getting a third one of these, but I really don't need it. But I do love the formula so much. If you have not tried these yet, I highly recommend. This looks so smooth on the skin. It gives you a little bit of glow, but no glitter. Love it. The next item could be higher, however, it's of no surprise to anyone that this is going to be in my April favorites. This is from Huda Beauty, and this is their Mercury Retrograde palette. This is just the perfect springtime palette. I swatched a couple of those shimmer shades on here. They are just so beautiful. This will probably forever be one of my favorite springtime palettes. I just think it's worth mentioning it every spring because maybe there's someone who hasn't yet tried this one, and it's totally worth it. This color story is beautiful. These mattes work like a charm, and the shimmers are absolutely stunning. I mean, I use this at any time of the year, but really in April, this is the palette I gravitate towards. So beautiful and so worth it. Huda Beauty has one of the best eyeshadow formulas I've ever tried. So definitely it deserves its spot again in my April favorite. So now we're in the top 3, and the next 2 items are actually from the same brand, so I'll just group them together. This is Isn't Tree, and if you've been watching me on Instagram, you've seen me post a reel about these recently. These were gifted to me. Some of the items in this video are, others I've spent my own money on. But these are just so beautiful products. All in all, I've been so impressed with Isn't Tree. This is a Korean beauty brand, and they have this yam root line. I just have the vegan milk cream here because I absolutely love this one. It is the perfect moisturizer for those of us with drier skin. It just smooths so well. It's not sticky, it's not too thick, it's just the perfect consistency. It says protects damaged skin barrier, which is an added plus for me. I've so been enjoying this, and I have that reel on Instagram if you're interested. It shows a little bit more of the texture, but it just feels so nourishing on skin. And also from their SPFs, their hyaluronic acid watery sun gel. This is SPF 50, which is great. It also adds so much moisture on my dry skin. I've been absolutely loving these two. Ever since I got them, I've been using them almost daily. This is my current favorite sunscreen, and I just love the formula of this. Zero white cast, yet moisture, and just looks good on my skin. Doesn't pill like some of the other sunscreens. It is watery, which means it's not too thick, probably, which is why it doesn't pill. But so good. These are also available on Amazon, I believe. But yes, I've been absolutely loving these Isn't Tree products, and I'm going to have to try more from this brand. I've been just so impressed. The number 1 product is actually something that I debated on putting in this favorites video at all, but honestly, it's just so good. The reason why I debated it is because it's broken. This is from Lottie London, and this is their 9-piece eyeshadow palette in the mauves. And as you can see, the shimmer shade absolutely broke. Now, this is a super affordable palette, and I account this broken thing for the shipping. It came like this. I didn't break it. And honestly, at first I was like, I'm not even gonna be able to use it. But you know what? This color story is so beautiful. I have the mauve palette from ColourPop, and this is comparable, if not even better. The formula of the mattes is just so beautiful, and I love this broken shimmer shade like no other. I'm gonna actually have to see if I can find this somewhere and just get the unbroken one so I can travel with it, because you know, these shades are just so beautiful. And these are just one swipe. I know it's a little crumbly because of that broken shade, but these are so blendable. The formula is so good. I'm going to have to see if there's other color stories as well in these Lottie London 9-piece palettes, because this formula is absolutely stunning. So blendable. I really haven't discovered a new eyeshadow formula that I've been this much in love in a while. And that's saying a lot. So this palette absolutely deserves its #1 spot, even if it's broken. It is just such a stunning formula. So these were my favorites and that fail and the, you know, average product for the month of April. Lots of amazing products. Honestly, one of the most favorite finds has been this Gold Bond Age Renew Crepe Corrector. What a steal for that price. I highly recommend anyone with dry skin to try it. I had to make a quick battery change. I think this Lottie London palette was a steal, absolutely. I think it was less than $10, and the quality is just so good. I also think this Mercury Retrograde is such a resident spring palette. It needed to be mentioned, and I do really enjoy the baked blushes from Essence. Really good quality. Might need to get a third shade just in case. And then this single eyeshadow from Sephora, great quality. I think Sephora's store brand is a bit of a hit and miss, but this is definitely a hit. And then the amazing Lifter Gloss, great formula. I just need a different shade, but I absolutely love it. Then my two fails. I think these might work for some, but for me this was a bit of a waste of money. Same with this. I don't think I got my money's worth out of that. But then these two Isntree products, I had a couple of others that I got from Isntree. They could have been in this video, but these were the two standouts. Currently, I use this watery sun gel basically every day. It's so good. But these were my favorites and fails for the month of April. What were your favorite products in April? Any products that you think I should definitely try? I would love to know. Or any products we should avoid. I'd love to hear that as well. But thank you so much for watching. If you're not subscribed to my channel yet, I hope you subscribe. And if you like these kind of favorites and fails videos, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. But thank you again for watching, and I'll see you in my next video.